Hello everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday episode of this week's Saps Sports News. I'm your host, Mike Saporito. Let's get into the news. On Monday night, it was Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the New York Islanders, and it was a high-scoring affair. Barry Trotz decided to go with Thomas Greiss in Game 1. After a 16-save shutout, he said Greiss did not have that much of a load work, therefore he goes with Greiss in Game 1. Well, the Lightning ended up dominating the New York Islanders and went 8-2, and honestly, most of the goals weren't really Greiss's fault that he gave up. The Lightning played with basically a full week off. The Islanders just finished up a Game 7 series on Saturday night. Tough for the Islanders to really energize themselves, especially having to come fly over from the Toronto bubble to Edmonton. I didn't expect it to be an 8-2 game, however, the Islanders did not seem ready to play at all. Even though these circumstances are the rarest they'll ever be, you do sometimes have these situations in a normal postseason. Every team is going to go through it. If you finish off the series early, you might not go through it, such as Tampa Bay's situation. You had Dallas play the last 3 out of 5 and Vegas 3 out of 4. Brayden Point had 5 points in the Game 1, 2 goals and 3 assists, and he really could have had 8 points. He is very Nathan MacKinnon-like. He plays fast, he plays hard, he's crafty with it, and especially with him and Kucherov together, that's a dynamic duo. In my opinion, he has officially taken over the #1 center position from Steven Stamkos, even though Stamkos isn't playing, and Steven Stamkos is Steven Stamkos. I just think Brayden Point, with the mixture of him and Kucherov, work really well together. Kucherov also had a goal and 4 assists as well. We've seen Tampa Bay do this a lot against Boston. Put up a lot of goals and shut them down. And now they did it here in Game 1. I don't know what the Islanders can do to really try to stop them offensively. They are a great defensive team. The Islanders are one of the best defensive team, if not the best defensive team in the National Hockey League. Tampa Bay's a different team. Tampa Bay's a much different team than the Philadelphia Flyers or the Washington Capitals. So how do you do that? Game 2 is tonight, and I think the Islanders need to diffuse the amount of grade A chances Tampa Bay will get. Tampa Bay is going to get their chances. They're going to have scoring opportunities. There's no doubt about it. But you have to try to diffuse the high scoring opportunities. What do you go in net now if you're the New York Islanders? Do you go with Thomas Greiss or Semyon Varlamov? We should be in for a great Game 2 tonight. Last night was Game 2 of the West Final between Dallas and Vegas. It was the complete opposite of what happened in Game 1, as the Vegas Golden Knights shut out the Dallas Stars 3-0. Shut out, baby! 3 second-period goals by the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Dallas did not have a lot of opportunities, but when Robin Lehner was tested, he succeeded. 2017 World Junior Champion Jake Oettinger was actually inserted in the 3rd period in relief of Anton Khudobin to start the 3rd. Jake Oettinger, who won a 2017 gold medal for Team USA in the World Juniors, made his NHL debut, and personally, I watched that whole tournament. I was really happy to see Jake go in the 3rd period and save everything. Now, inserting Oettinger in the 3rd period could have been a tactic by Rick Bowness to try to energize his team, give Khudobin some rest, but it really didn't work out because Dallas couldn't even put in a goal. Robin Lehner stops all 24 shots, and so far we have 2 shutouts this series, 1 by each team. In the 2nd period, it was Paul Stastny, William Karlsson, and Tomas Nosek scoring the goals for the Las Vegas Golden Knights. The Stars only had 2 power plays, did not score on them. However, the Vegas Golden Knights had 6 power plays and was able to score on 1 of them. It was Wild Bill on the power play. If you're Dallas, you don't want to be taking 6 penalties a game. I'm sure Bowness will address that to the team, and I'm sure the team already knows that they can't be taking that many penalties. On Monday's episode, we talked about Ryan Reeves being suspended from Game 1 of this West Final. His insert into the lineup in Game 2 really had a factor. The team had 55 total hits, as Ryan Reeves had 6 of them himself. Now we move on to some of the news of the week. I will be discussing and talking about all the NHL awards when they are all announced in a couple of weeks. There have been some awards already announced, such as Bobby Ryan, Matt Dumba. They already have won their awards that they were candidates for. But I do want to just wait until the end to talk about them all in one. Even though it is September, this is kind of now the time to talk about a lot of team changes, personnel, players, and all that. A couple weeks ago, the Penguins relieved Mark Reiche and Jacques Martin of their assistant coaching duties. On Monday's episode, we talked about Pittsburgh's coaching staff finally assembling with Todd Reirden, and now that only leaves Jacques Martin and Mark Recchi. Jacques Martin goes to the New York Rangers coaching staff, and yesterday it was announced that Mark Recchi will be joining Lindy Ruff's New Jersey Devils. Mark Recchi was an assistant coach from 2017 to 2020 for the Penguins. In other news, we have Mikael Granlund of the Nashville Predators, who was acquired by the Nashville Predators in exchange for Kevin Fiala a couple of seasons ago. His agents are leaning towards possibly going towards free agency this offseason. There haven't been any talks with Granlund's agent and the Predators, so it does look like Granlund will head for free agency. There haven't been any confirmed signings by an NHL team or trades made over the last couple of days, so we're going to jump right into this day in hockey history. We talked about the Islanders and the Devils quite a bit this episode, so let's keep talking about them. Today's date's September 9th, but I couldn't really find anything that juicy on September 9th, so we're going to do tomorrow's date, September 10th, 1987. And what happened today? Lou Lamoriello was named general manager of the New Jersey Devils on this day in 1987. Actually, tomorrow, in 1987. He would go on to win 3 Stanley Cups as general manager of the New Jersey Devils. He had a brief stint in Toronto and is now on Long Island, general managing the New York Islanders, who are currently in the Eastern Conference Final. And Lou Lamoriello is a candidate for GM of the Year. So yeah, if you haven't noticed by now, I did 2 episodes this week, and I think that's going to probably be the schedule I will stick to. I just feel like once a week I miss a lot of NHL games, I miss a lot of news, and have to cram it all into one big video. And it's too long of a video for you guys to watch, too long of a video for me to make, and I just think a couple times a week, maybe 3 times a week, we'll have a new episode out. So guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're brand new. We'll be doing a show most likely every 2 episodes a week, and I'm just happy you guys are along with me. I'll see you guys later.